Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the AskCloud2275 stream. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. I'm doing good. Just ready to play more Baldur's Gate. And my quest is now picking up the slack. And my team members are 2, 5, and 3. Which is... oh, what's 2, 5, and 3 again? It's not Astarion. I think it's... similar to I had before. Shadowheart, Will, and Gale. Okay. I got Gale. I need Shadowheart and Will. No. Other side.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
Join me.
It seems like you have ample company already. You'll need to figure out who you can live without before... Lead
And
the
they say
way,
I will
then.
leave. And then... Will.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
I'd sooner avoid these powers if we can. I feel like we're being led into a
Then we
trap.
do well to walk around it. Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
I'd like you to join me.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
Take Astarion's place. He'll stay here at camp.
Let's make this happen.
Alright. Just let me go into my own private study. Have a quick save. Like an actual save. Actually, no, that's what that's there for. Okay. Hanging suspendedly in the murky slime, the living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to the slug, only gorgoned with slick remains of brain fluid. Embrace your potential. Moonrise Towers. Meet Halson at the Emerald Grove. Embrace your potential. We absorbed the parasite's memories, it nourished our minds, and grew our powers. Oh, wow. Evolve an area of your mind to embrace your potential. Okay, what is this? Sonic Overload. Favorable beginnings. Okay. Oh, that's my brain. I just needed to poop in my chest. Water spark boots? Okay. Elegant pen strokes trace out a map of the local area. The Goblin's Den is indelibly marked with a greenish ink with the word Trithundra. Waves across the bottom where the largest river flows. 3 additional locations are annotated. Caravan Goblins is sprawled on the northwest camp. Tall House Knolls marks the far north territory. Forest supplies over an hour pointing to the forest just to the camp's east, beneath in small letters between the laurels. Okay. Scroll of Blur. I'll take that too. And I got new shoes as well. What do these shoes do? Oh. Okay. That's precisely where I want to be. Anyone else want jumping distance? No, I spent a lot of effort getting that to you. It's a concentration.
Got a long road ahead.
We'll just leave me holding those for now then. No, maybe I'll just send them to camp.
Excellent choice.
No time to dally.
Where am I needed?
There's no time to waste.
What's this do again? Absolute.
Salutations.
What's this do again? Animal friendship. I think dancing lights would be better for you.
Dull moment. Defender of the people. We're a long way from Waterdeep. No time to rest.
I should also check everyone's health potion setup. 2, 2, you're on 1. Okay. Note to self, find a health potion for... Okay.
Coming through. Worth a try.
No choice but to keep going.
Death is but a word away. One by one.
My faith will protect me.
Still on my feet.
Swords meet sorcery.
Let's finish this.
Might will prevail.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. I'll strike you down.
Victory is assured. Checkmate.
Need to act fast. Bleed for me.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Against the spider. Come on, buddy.
On the double.
I'm ready. My faith will guide me. Take your...
Looking ahead.
Bit of standard guidance. Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Give up now.
I'm close to 100, but Gale's got a load of space. Oh. You're supposed to be sent to camp too. Same with the Curse of the Vampire. We can keep the rest of that. You just have to see how they look. Actually, speaking of that,
Charmed, I'm sure.
how do I learn spells with you again?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Yes?
Is it the spell book? Learn more spells. Where are we up? Hold person. Featherfall will be useful. We're not going to need it in large at the moment, so where is enlarge? We could do with Featherfall. So these are what you haven't got. Okay.
Have a lot on my mind.
Right, how much gold have you cost me?
Well, in it.
About 500. Okay. Few truly understand the weave, a true pity for those who truly attune the weave rightly can call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is essentially a misalignment of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is also what makes magic possible. It is also, though, I will not go into further detail, the goddess Mystra herself. See the magic weave. Mistra, the spell plague. The weave isn't magic precisely, rather it's the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how collected threads is a shape and formed into a garment. Those with necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing this skill takes years of learning and practice, and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they are born with the innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or who, because they have struck a bargain with otherworldly creatures, also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived, their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases, not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. Okay. Feel personally attacked? Oral Histories of Faerun. This book comprises several chapters for each one-cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realms. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age. Wood Elf storyteller, hailing from the wood of sharp teeth. Took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the vulnerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gently inquire. This tale, being relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I'd heard since or before. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically that if it was true, by his own right. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before my lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was... Before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief, an empire of brain eaters, soul wasters. They called themselves Ithlids, the flayer of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds of great oppressors. Now, no proud will or passion could break Gith's children free, until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowled will not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flayers bent, and broken till this day. Okay. Soul Corns, a treatise, academic disclosure. The research was funded and implemented and conducted in the site in Avernus, the first place in the plane of the Nine Hells. Candledeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins, as a concept, are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of a personal magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohorts. They are frequently traded for the value you can purchase mercenaries, magical items, or even fuel strange engines in hell. However, there is a fascinating culture around soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin she will never sell, for it was the bargain that she got promoted out of Lima status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which reproduced below. The next 50 pages appear to be a painstakingly written legal document in Infernal with a headache-inducing number of footnotes. Alright, cool. The True and Impossible Adventures of Thembrix Morrow, a pulp, several following the real-life exploits of the Interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep and emerges from this book at the Yawning Portal only to exchange a scroll of manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. Much is made of Barrier's gloomy climate, but it is said the mist there confuse the mind and torment the soul, binding travellers in a grip of such despair that escape is impossible to contemplate. As the new bride parted that heavy fog, I confess that I felt such malaise beyond the onset of a rather stuffy nose. The same, I fear, could not be said for my crew. Among those who had not already cast themselves overboard, the gibbering and weeping became such that I was forced to bind them to the mast entirely and navigate my fair bride alone. I went in search of the planet's Dark Master, having been informed that even my ship could not hope to breach or plan our boundary without permission. And so I probed the mist, defiant at the helm and belting out a lively shanty on my own composition. The invitation did not go long unanswered. He appeared like a passing of shadow overhead, suddenly and terrifying, or certainly that was intention, but once the mutual assurance of destructions were dispensed with, we found in one and another kindred spirits that fell to a conversing in earnest. At length the price of my passage was agreed. Of that price, and that man, I will say only this: he's surprisingly excellent company given the stories, and the teeth do not get in the way nearly so much as you'd think. No. Someone got oral. Lesson for Sensibles Living 4. First page summarizes contents. The remaining pages clumsily elaborate on them in great detail. On not going into cities, the simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. On marketplaces, people often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more on the city market than at the local village fair. Fools! To them I say, your fleeces and turnips will be robbed before you reach the market square, and you will only have a few lumps and bruises to take home. On taverns, all sensible folk enjoy draining a monk of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the cities on the Sword Coast. Baldy names like the Blushing Mermaid and the Wizard's Stave were not sufficient warning of their impropriety. Let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and you'll have a few lumps and bruises for company. On sewerage, be like you keep a pot in your bedside and cast out the leavings in the communal pill of a morn. Sensible and cleanly behaviour. Many cities have dispersed with such simple methods of hygienic living, and instead the waste of the inhabitants commingless flows through the great channel beneath the very streets, breeding grounds for muckery creatures. On becoming lost, cities are far too large, and you will become lost almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believed he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington Nathaniel. Friendly guy. A pleasurable deal. The shocking... below is a transcript of an interview written and direct of the writer-director of Pleasurable Deal, Mr. Kingsley Harp. Interviewer: What was the inspiration behind this, if I may be so bold, entirely lewd piece of drama? It's about exploring the taboo, seeing who we, as a people, yes, really are. Yes, Robert makes a deal with a Cambodian, but who wouldn't? Well, I'd like to think that most people wouldn't. Then you don't know most people. Everyone wants something. Everyone needs something. Cambians can see it in a way they know us. Can see it in a way they know us better than we know ourselves. Interviewer: But at the end of the play, Robert dies horribly. What does that say about, as you put it, need? You forget. Robert dies because he broke away from Carlisle. He didn't stay true to the deal that they made. So you're encouraging people to make a pact with Hell's offspring, to give up, as Robert did, his soul. We only have one life, why not make the most of it? So what was your deal? I beg your pardon? In fact, this was your directional debut, wasn't it? You couldn't even get published in the tabloid Balderdash before this play came out. Do you honestly trade your soul for an erotic play? Alright, we're done here. Fair enough. Hey. What other nice books we got to read? The Annals of Baldur's Gate. Preface. Centuries ago, a young man sailed from the village of Grey Harbour, where he went, what he saw, and the deeds he accomplished are simple legends today, but the wealth he returned with years later is hard fact. Baldurian made Grey Harbour rich. Baldurin made Grey Harbour rich. His gold built docks, funded businesses, and raised strong walls to protect it all. One of the gates into the flourishing city was named in his honor, but so great was the wealth that flowed through Yeah, the name of the gate became more famous than the village that started it all. The name Grey Harbor has been relegated to dusty history books and ancient maps, but Baldur's
For
Gate...
communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
I was reading a book there. Alright.
You've been caught trespassing. Again.
Let's just take her out. Oh, that was a big stone, wasn't it?
Let my enemies fall.
He's gonna be too big for you to knock over.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Let's hope Feather fall out
Where do I
later.
go from here?
What's the plan? Got to move.
Too heavy to shove? Okay. Alright. Is this too close too? Yeah, it's all too close, isn't it? Mhm.
A tale for the ages. Another fight. Let's go.
What should I do?
No holding back.
wonder what the next move is.
Alright, what now?
Now, where was I with my book? Annals of Baldur's Gate. But Baldur's Gate, that's the name on every lip of the Travelers of Faerun. The realm, according to Bumbo. The book naturally follows a dog-eared page in which Bumbo describes the more unusual races he's met in his travels. But they weren't half so strange as the bird folk. The first Arak I met had the head of a parrot, the body of a human, and the wings of also a parrot. Tried not to stare, but it was really hard. Turns out she was a motley pack. Oh, that one's been read already. Okay. Missives of Candledeep, a select collections of most notable letters from Candledeep. Many are dry reports of celestial movements and incomprehensible detail of arcane rituals. However, this letter catches your eye. To Sage Illuminster, over the past year, I've delivered many of your letters to Master Gorion, so I wanted to be the one to deliver the sad news. Alas, he is with us no more. Gorion and his ward left Candledeep soon after your last letter to him arrived. They departed in the middle of the night, but were waylaid shortly after on the road to Burgust. The gate warden tells me that Gorion saw it, that several of his attackers joined him in the Nox World before he was struck down. I hope this brings you the same grim comfort it brings me. Of his ward there is no sign. In some better news, I received your letter to the library and was able to much find the material you requested. It's been carefully secured and will travel with this letter. Yours in honor, Tristan P. Shale, librarian at Candledeep. Oh, I hope you forgive my curiosity, but might I ask, why do you need so much information on Balkspawn? What exactly are you working on? I do not want to just take 3 HP loss for having a little of a long jump. Basic poison.
That might be worth a look.
Scroll of Burning Hands. Pouch. Gold and a gold necklace. Good shout. For that good shout,
You have
Gale,
my attention.
you can get Burning Hands.
No one's stopped me yet.
Amulet of Misty Step. Ink pots. Recipe for the elixir of arcane cultivation. Though this book looks mildewed and covered in what seems to be ink prints and animal guts, one recipe is particularly legible. There's a joy in helping others I never knew. Whilst I myself has never had the talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get a look of wonders and I cannot get the look of wonder of Nikoro's face out of my head. That look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with soothing electricity I had thought impossible. Okay. Recipe for 1 elixir of arcane cultivation. Extracts vitriol of weave moss and sulbane of Baldur. Method: in small doses, add the sulbane to the weave moss by carefully mixing through until both extracts seamlessly combined. Shutter on a low fire and leave in the sun until the arcane energy becomes tangible. Last paragraph has been encircled thrice in blood. Always, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract excellence. Okay. Go just a Selwyn journal. Most of the pages in this aged journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Thus, the interlocking circles, we bring the full moon to match the stars, whilst casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. The chasms the Underdark will lay sealed. I confess the design is not foolproof to the outsiders, but I had to sacrifice complexity for material resistance. I've always wondered why Saloon took me to the Hall of Wonders to serve at this temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason. Bring the full moon to match the stars. Hey, it's Fazur, of the Gods 9. Saloon guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars, her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shah will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanus, god of all that's wild, of nature and its charm, his glory not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. Oh. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, I'll take it. Oh,
The pride
speaking
of
of
the
that,
gate.
why don't you sort that out now?
What to do? Ready and willing.
Are we about to give Gale a healing spell? Do you have 8 already?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
And that's my little rocky crevice there.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
Let's investigate, shall we?
That's curious.
Sorry guys. If you just stay still, they should go away soon. Okay, there's that one there. Missing another one.
The corpse remains silent.
Okay, it's just the same. Oh, acid burns.
This goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Find the night song. We've solved the puzzle in the Goblet Camp, revealing a secret passage that leads us underground. Near the dark is a twisted labyrinth. To find the path to the moon towers, we need to explore it. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing this just yet. I've got to go through the Selenite ruins. Alright, find the night song. The trail goes cold in the Underdark. Where is the night song? Let's not go towards the Underdark just yet then. Okay, cool. Well, it's good to know that's there. Let's go back and collect our druid companion. Right. Well. Have a quick save and then maybe try the fight for our lives? We'll see what happens. I think I might be able to get through all of this and then we'll see what we can sell. We'll find out in the next stream though, guys. Thanks very much for watching.